Hello people, welcome back to my channel Shake Reviews. In today's video, we're going to talk about Harley Davidson Street 750 long-term ownership review. This is my friend's Jitesh bike. That is Jitesh. And in this video, we're going to talk about service cost, why he bought this bike, how much he paid for the bike, positive points and negative points. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon for the latest updates. Let's see what the video is all about. I'll take you through technical specifications first. I'll talk about all the details. After that, we'll talk to Jitesh about his experience. This is a 750cc liquid-cooled engine which generates a 16 Nm of torque at 4000 RPM, and it also generates a 53 bhp of power. These are the MRF tires. The front you get 17-inch wheels of 100 section. At the back you get 15-inch wheel with 140 section. And there are dual channel ABS from in-house of Harley Davidson. This is a 260 mm disc brake at the front, and this is a bigger one compared to its front one. This is 292 mm disc brake, a dual channel ABS, and at the front you get telescopic forks. At the back you get gas charged shock absorbers at the back, and this is the maroon color. The front you get the headlight of halogen lamp. This is the halogen one. So there's no LED at the front, and the seat height is of 720 mm. So one of the advantages of this bike. Talk about the instrument cluster. We have this is a odometer. Let me turn on this. It's come to life. So this is a odometer, and you also have a tachometer inside, and there's a odometer here also. This is a speedometer. It gives a basic information, engine information, and you have neutral information, oil information, and there's an ABS information. So it's pretty much basic information, and my friend has done a lot of modification. You can see there are a lot of aftermarket LED lights. So that's about the technical specifications, guys. So let's talk to Jitesh now. Hello Jitesh, welcome to my channel Shake Reviews. And so guys, he's Jitesh, and he's my friend, he's my engineering friend. So he owns his bike from 2 years, and he travels a lot. So so let's ask him his experience and why he bought this bike, what are the modifications he's done, what is the service cost, and pros and cons, what could be better, and let us know his experience. So Jitesh, let us know how much did it cost for you, this bike, and what model it is, and how many kilometers you have done.
So this is basically Street 750 2019 model,
Okay.
and it cost me around only the bike cost is around 6.23 on road price.
Okay.
So on road price. So I had taken an extra features as well, like maintenance plan and little bit of parts from the Harley.
So you get a maintenance plan with this.
Yes.
What does it cost?
So the maintenance plans cost you about 50,000. So it depends on what kind of maintenance plan you want to take.
Okay.
So maintenance plans is nothing but it's like you have option of 4 service or 5 service, where it has to be done from the Harley showroom itself. So you do a prepayment. So when I bought this bike, I took a five plans,
Okay.
5 service plan, which cost me about 50,000.
50,000.
So it will cover up to 32,000 kilometers.
Okay.
So 32,000 kilometers, you need not pay anything for service cost.
Okay. So this costed him 6.8, including insurance and 5 years, 5 service plan. That's going to give you 32,000 kilometers of servicing free from Harley Davidson. And what's going to cover? It's going to cover general servicing and labor charges. And if anything happens to the parts wear and tear, then you have to get it done, like your brakes and all that. You have to, that they'll be charged. And he got it 2 years back. If I like, that's 2019. And how many kilometers in the odometer?
Currently it is 24,000 kilometers done in 2 years. So today it happens to be the same day I bought this bike 2 years ago. So today it's a 2 years anniversary on my bike.
Congratulations on your bike for 2 years anniversary. And what do you like in this? And why did you buy this bike?
So I'll tell you a little bit of history about me. See, I'm into cruisers, so I love cruisers. I own a Avenger from past 15 years. That's from 2006. So I did a lot of traveling. I've almost covered around 2 lakhs kilometers in that bike. So I'm an avid rider, so I do a lot of ridings, and actually I started from 2011. So the reason I bought Avenger is because the cruising style and the seat height. So before then I thought of, okay, let me go to a higher engine, maybe a lot more power, because on a highways you need a very good engine, very good power to reach the destinations on time and everything. So that made me get into the Harley, and Harley being my dream bike since the time I've started riding bikes. So I always wanted to own a Harley. So it always stopped me because maybe due to the budget and everything. But when I know that, okay, I am ready for the ridings, that is when I started owning this Harley.
Okay. tell me the positive points in this. What all you liked? Or what is something stands out from any other bikes out there at this price point?
So for me, mainly is the comfortability of myself. So you can see a lot of bikes on market, but the one which makes this stand out is the comfortable and the looks of the bike. So this is like head turners. If I go on road, people will turn their heads and see this bike. The first thing is that. The second is the again I say the comfortability, that is in case of height, my height. So I am 5'4", so I am a very short rider. So I always see the first thing is like how are my legs reaching the down. So if I don't feel if my legs doesn't reach down, I feel very discomfort while riding, especially in sloppy areas or sloppy roads or very like mountain roads where you really need to be slow. You really need to be very slow. It's like on a highway, no matter even if it's too tall, once you keep the leg on your footrest, you don't need to keep it down. But very on the mountain roads, on the U-turns, there where I feel a little bit difficult. But this bike has really given that comfort. I don't feel that I am like short. It gives me the perfect height, and it gives me the perfect ride for those short rides, that's mountain rides.
So those are the positive points. And what are the negative points? Do you think what can be improved in this bike?
Yeah, there are a few negative points. So the first being the ground clearance. Compared to other bikes, this has a little bit slight less ground clearance. So maybe on the height bumps or especially the uneven roads, I would think twice getting on that, because I always think about the ground clearance. That's one thing. The second part is this being a 750cc, I think the tank size is little bit small. Only this is a 13-liter tank. So for me, I have to always think about fuel before I get into any region where if I have to travel somewhere, I have to always think, okay, is the fuel station available nearby? That's the second point. And the third point is this doesn't have a fuel gauge. So it's always that I have to think, okay, I don't know how much fuel is left unless I get the low fuel indication. So again, the low fuel indication is 3 liters. So I can maximum travel maybe around 50 to 55 kilometers. And the last point I would say is the instrumental cluster. It is very informative, but it is not very stylish, and it's not very user friendly. So it is like you have like sections. So one section at a time you can watch. So if I know I want to know what is the RPM meter and what is the fuel, I can see only that. I cannot see how much kilometer I've traveled. So there's a button that I need to press, and I have to maneuver between those sections. So that is one thing. So one option is like if an instrumental cluster has all the information at once instead of using those buttons and findings out, then that would be the great option.
What do you think about brakes, Jitesh? How do you see brakes in this, and what is the mileage you're getting at this point?
So yeah, I would say that the brake has really improved a lot, because I rode old model of Harley Davidson, which was 2016 model, which is a non-ABS. When I compare that bike and this bike, I would say a major improvement in the brakes, because of the main reason is the ABS. So I would say for this kind of engine and this kind of power, you need ABS, because without ABS, your bike is going to skid a lot, and especially during the rain and on the highways, you really need a brake. So imagine you're at the speed of 140 and suddenly you need to put the brakes without ABS, it's going to skid like anything. But here with the ABS, I would say that it has overturned that option of skidding. It is improved a lot. So it is not skidding anymore. It is like, and this is like a true ABS when compared to the normal bikes with ABS. So this is not like from the tires, these are from the engine. So it is a separate ABS channel that is there. It's a dual channel ABS. So that has really improved when it comes to the older models.
And what about the mileage?
So mileage, see, it depends again on the riding style. So I'm not into like fast accelerations, everything. So for me, in city, I get around 25 to 26, and on highways it goes up to 32 to 35.
And so that's about it. Brake. That's the only things you see as a letdowns, like
Yes.
brakes. Now it is improved. That's what he says. But most of the Harley Davidson users complain that the brakes are very bad in Harley Davidson. But now they have improved it in this model especially. So they are dual channel ABS, and they get a very good feedback once they are riding. So that's about thing. And I also spoke about the mileage. So what modifications you have done, and why did you do those modifications?
So I have done a little bit modifications on this bike. So the first modification what I've done is I've changed the stock handle. So the stock handle which comes is pretty small. So I'm into like wider angles, so it gives me a lot of comforts for my shoulders and my hands. So I have changed this into a wider handle. So it didn't require any kind of another accelerator cable or something. With the stock cables only, I was able to extend my handle. So this is one modification. This is again aftermarket. It cost me around 3K. 3K. So this is one, and so I have a lot of auxiliary lights. So I travel a lot of lots in highways, especially during nights. So what I do is that I need these kind of lights. So these LEDs, I have like 2 LEDs on the top, because I would still think that the stock headlight, which is actually halogen, is not enough on the highways. It doesn't give you so much of visibility. Yes, but you require these things. So I have these 2 highways, these LED lights on the top, and these 2 LED fog lamps at the bottom, just to give me an exact extra visibility. So this cost me around 5k, and this cost me around 4k. Like one. So each will cost you around 5k. So this is like 10, and this is like 8k. So this is one modification I've done here. So other things I have done is that these are your heat deflectors. So these are, I say this is very mandatory in case of you're riding in more in cities, because this will burn your legs if you don't have this. So the heat generates on this bike is like enormous. It generates lots and lots of heats. That's one more disadvantage of this bike is it generates heat a lot. Heat, yes. So always save your legs.
Thighs.
So yeah, basically your thighs. I've burnt a lot before this, but this is really a thighs saver. Okay. So that's one thing. Then this your pillion riders. For pillion riders, you have the seat, and this is the holder. So this is again I bought it from Amazon. So it's really good. And this is again the box, which is I meant for maybe this is really important, because so it will be easy for small travels. So you need not carry a bag, saddle bag, or anything. You can fit this. So I have a puncture kit, I have a tire inflator, and I have like normal tools like spanners, hammer, and all other normal stuffs which are required for basic repairs.
Good
So this is one modification, and again LEDs. I do have few LEDs at the bottom, so just to enhance my bike.
Okay, to summarize the modifications, we have also learned that there's another problems in this. That is one, heat dissipation of the engine. So it generates a lot of heat that's going to cause a little problem at your thigh. So that's why he's gone for this heat, protectors. And then the light is halogen light, so the visibility is poor in the stock bikes. And that's why he's gone for the LED lights and fog lights to get a more visibility during his rides, highway rides. And the back pillion backrest along with the rack, and there's also a box, storage box to store emergency things. And there are also LED lights at the back and the blinkers. So those are the modifications, and handlebar, forgot that. So this overall, what's your experience in 1-2 words? What do you say? Good, nice, better?
Before buying this, I always do a lot of research. It's not that if I want to own a Harley, so I just go blindly own a Harley. I always do a lot of research. So I have wrote other options also, which is a comparative to Harley. You have others like you have Alpines from Kawasaki. So I found this is much more comfortable when it compares to other bikes. So that is one reason I bought this bike. And the main reason I bought this bike is this bike suits me a lot. So I own an Avenger. So I normally do 800 to 900 kilometers per day if I have to go on a long ride. So doing that same on that bike, it's really very tiring. But on this bike, seriously, my last trip was from here to Rajasthan. I did a 15 days ride from Bangalore to Rajasthan, all the way Rajasthan, Agra, and back to Bangalore. I didn't feel that I'm riding 800 kilometers per day. I can do without any problems from Bangalore to Pune, and I've done already. I've done thrice without any issues and without any problems. But when I compare this with Avenger, that's a pretty small engine, and that takes a lot of stress on me while riding, because again, you cannot ride continuously on the higher speed. And when it compares to the bike, what do you say, that the wind blast and everything, it doesn't have so much of weight to handle that wind blast. But whereas this bike, I can ride blindly at the speed of 130. My average speed is 130 on this. 130, 120.
So max speed you have done?
Yeah, so I have, one more. I have touched 198 on this. That was my max speed. That was on Jodhpur Jaisalmer highway. I found a 10 kilometer straight road. I didn't find even anything, no traffic, nothing being there. I wanted to test the highest speed, and I touched 198 on this. So I don't recommend everyone to do that. Make sure you have all your safety gears and all kind of precautions, and you know your bike. When you're confident, then only do it.
You've heard from Jitesh directly from the owner about the overall experience. So he getting this bike is basically, it suits for him, and for his riding, for his traveling, he wanted a bigger engine, and he's really gone for this. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, Jitesh. It was nice really talking to you and knowing about your bike. So that's the video, guys. If you like this video, do subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon for the latest updates. Let me know what you feel about this bike in my comment section. This is Sheikh and Jitesh. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.